Welcome to the world of ghost stories. Friends, today I am going to tell the ghost experience published in your Ghost Stories online portal under the name of Rusted Soul. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel by clicking the subscribe button below. Your comments, likes, and subscribe gives us a lot of energy to create these type of content. Our building is not in a crowded area. It has its fair share of neighbors around, but it is not suffocating with houses all around. It has about 5 floors, and we lived in the topmost one. Our single room was actually placed on the terrace itself, on the 5th floor. After climbing 2 flights of stairs from the 4th floor, there was 2 sets of stairs going in opposite directions into 2 rooms. The 5th floor had only those 2 rooms. We had to take the stair on the right-hand side to reach our room. In front of our room we had a narrow and long corridor, also which was visible from inside our room, and we had to pass this corridor to reach the terrace. So if anyone did go to the terrace, we would see them clearly. Our bed was placed opposite to the door, so we had a constant eye on the corridor. The toilet was side by side with the room, but it was not attached to the room. We had to go out and enter the toilet from other side. My brother, for our safety, had also placed a chain gate at the end of the stair whose key only we had. Our opposite room neighbors were a couple of college girls. One night I had come to the room from college earlier than my brother, so I was home alone. It was around 6 p.m., and it was getting dark. I am a scaredy cat and was not too keen to be home alone. However, I did not let this fact ruin my mood. I prepared a lunch in the attached kitchen and took the lunch in my bed while watching some TV. I was busy munching away on my snack when, from the corner of my eye, I saw a girl wearing blue-colored skirt run towards the terrace, thinking she was some new tenant I did not know of. I kept on watching the TV, then seconds later, I remembered I had locked the chain gate myself, and there was no way for anyone to enter without me or my brother. Opening the door, thinking some intruder had came, I ran towards the terrace, but upon reaching there, I found no one around. I knew I had seen someone, and it was not a trick of my eye. I ran back inside my room and locked the doors until my brother came. He is a skeptic, and I knew he would not believe me, so I didn't mention anything to him. The next incident happened with my brother. Since both of us are students, we study late until night and sleep quite late. At night we slept around 12 a.m. Since it is a small room, we sleep in the same bed. I sleep towards the wall, while my brother sleeps beside me. We had closed all the curtains and the windows had no glass in them. They were made of wood and were quite thick, and the places where the glass should have been are also covered with wood, making it quite impossible for bright sunlight to enter. So this night I slept like a log. However, my brother, who is a light sleeper, was constantly kept awake by a knocking sound on the window. The knock would move from the window to the door and back again. This irritated my brother no bounds, since no sunlight would enter in the morning from the closed windows. He thought it was around 5 in the morning and maybe the milkman had come to deliver the milk. In his sleepy state, he forgot how the milkman could not enter inside the chain gates, since they were locked, and every morning would ring a bell to wake us up. Anyway, my brother got up from the bed and washes his face with water all the while the knocking continues. He then opens the wooden door of our room. Outside he sees a young girl. She is facing away from my brother and is leaning on the wall. She is wearing blue skirt and a white shirt and has long black flowing hair. as explained to me by my brother later, feeling confused. After not finding the milkman, my brother goes on to speak with this girl. This is when she disappears into thin air. My brother freaks out and quickly closes the door. He looks at the time, and it's around 2:45 midnight. He shakes me awake and explains to me what happened the entire night. We huddled together and spent the night watching TV. The third incident happened with both of us. We were out shopping and came home around 8 in the evening. We went inside the chain gates and tried to open the wooden door leading to our room. My brother pushed the door, but it would not budge open. He checked the locks and pushed again, yet it would not budge. I locked it, then unlocked it. And then both of us pushed. The door opened a crack, but shut again as if someone pushed it from the other side. We tried again and again. The same thing happened. It would open a crack, and a pressure would be felt from the other side, and it would shut again. This happened a couple of times. My brother, thinking he had left the AC on and it had created a vacuum inside the room, started getting worried. We then got irritated and pushed at the door with all of our might. But this time it opened without any effort, and we nearly fell on our faces. After regaining my balance, I stood up and I felt a harsh push from an unknown force, and I felt someone brush past me, but I could not see anyone. On entering the room, we found the AC to be off. As the time passes, another incident happened to me again. I have a mild migraine, and whenever it acts up, my doctor has recommended me to take fresh breaths of air in such conditions. One night while studying, until late for an upcoming exam, my migraine started acting up. My brother was already asleep, so I planned to take a walk in the terrace for a while to clear my mind. I stepped out of my room and turned on the terrace lights. While stepping out of my room, I had a feeling in my heart. I started panicking for no reason, and my sixth sense told me not to get out of the room. However, I did not listen to my inner voice screaming me to stay inside. Since my head felt like it was on fire, I moved out in the terrace and started walking for a while. I was walking around when, from the corner of my eyes, I saw a person sitting on the ledge of the terrace. I looked that way and saw the same girl wearing the same clothes. She was sitting on the ledge, facing away from me, dangling her legs outside the terrace. However, this time she did not disappear into thin air. I looked at her for a good 30 seconds. Then I started shivering. I was too shocked to react at that time, and when realization set in, I let out a blood-curdling scream. Hearing me scream, the girl looked towards me and let out a childish giggle, and then jumped off the ledge. My brother also came out of the room running towards me. A few neighbors woke up and peered at me from their rooms. My brother took me inside and gave me a hot chocolate to calm me down. Since I was in hysterics, this was the first time I had seen her face. It was not a creepy face. It was a normal person's face, with no scar or whatever. But the way she giggled gives me goosebumps to this day. This is the last occurrence, and it also happened to me. I was reading a novel until late night. My brother was also awake at that time and was watching some TV. We were just spending away some time when I had the urge to pee. Since the toilet was outside, I was scared to go at night, but could not hold it in any longer. I planned to make a quick dart to the toilet. Avoiding the terrace, I came out of the room and ran towards the toilet. While running, I felt something standing in front of me, and I stopped dead on my tracks. I looked up and there was the girl wearing all her usual clothes. She was a few feet in front of me. She was about 14 and had long hair, which was kept loose. She was smiling up at me in a childish manner. She was smiling an innocent smile and not a creepy one. Yet I got scared and slowly backed out towards my room. All the while I kept an eye on her. She did not react. She did not move from her place. She just kept on smiling at me in her innocent manner. I darted inside the room and told my brother. He ran outside quickly with me following closely behind, but she was nowhere to be seen. I went forward and found a large quantity of oil spilled at the place where I had seen her only minutes ago. I checked all the possible explanation for the oil, but I could not find anything. These incidents has me a lot confused and a little scared, so I want all of your views towards it. I am still living at the house and will keep you updated.